Thank you for watching the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. I want to talk about credit for a second. Now, I know a lot of subscribers that I have are going to say, oh, credit is a tool of the Zionists and it's about the banks and you should just punch out. Okay, I am a practical person. My channel deals with stuff in a practical manner. Not about what if the world ends tomorrow. Have I collected 5 million cans of tuna, bullets, and water? I'm going to tell you here and now what can you do and how to get ahead right now. And a very real part of that is credit. There are things you cannot buy with cash. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. And case in point is credit. Credit begets credit begets credit, right? So I'm not trying to brag, but the other day I went in to my bank and they were very helpful. They like me because I have money in the bank. And I don't mean I have money in the bank like I have money in the bank. I mean I have money in the bank to where they take notice of my accounts when they look at it and say, you're one of the few people who are keeping us afloat, you know. Well, it's not a bank, it's a credit union. First of all, let me get that straight. Everybody who I spoke with, and it's probably because I have a lot of money in the bank, everybody was so nice on the phone, so nice in the actual credit union. I took a friend with me, and he said, oh my, I can't believe how nice that lady was. I heard her from outside of the office, and she was literally just falling over you. Anyway, my credit score went down due to some unfortunate people that I signed up with them for certain things, and they didn't come through on their end. And of course, it's impacting my credit score. Normally I have about a 760 credit score. It's nothing to write home about, but I've could have bought several houses, whatever. I had a great credit score. Okay, fine. Well, it's gone down. In looking at my credit score, they said, you have nothing positive on your credit. Okay, tell me what positive things. Well, credit card. I see you had a credit card. And here is where listening to these doomsday people will trip you up in the here and now. I canceled and stopped my money market credit card from Bank of America. On the actual credit thing, it said closed, and it said never missed a payment. So that's kind of good, but it's not enough to write home. What would have been great was to have it still open. So having a credit card is good. Making payments is good. Now, because my credit score took such a huge hit from the negative stuff, I couldn't get back into money market credit cards, such lofty credit worthy stuff, right? So what do? We took out a secured loan. And my friend said, they can't do that in banks. Banks want you to have excellent credit before, even for secured loans, they won't even do that. Now, so what is a secured loan? A secured loan means that there is some sort of collateral that they could snatch up to pay off the loan should you ever fall in debt. Now, what's the purpose of even getting a secured loan? Getting a secured loan is not about lending you the money. It's about creating a situation where you will be making payments. That's all credit is. That's all it ever has been. Can you make payments? Now, there is some debate as to how to properly do this. The loan officer told me it is best to take out like 20% and make payments on that 20% of your maximum, right? So let's say you have your bills on that credit card, then you would put those bills on the credit card, and let's say they're 20%. Let's say you just make the minimum, and when another bill comes through, then you reduce it down to 20% and just keep that 20% on there. Will there be interest on that? Yes, there will be interest, but the idea is that you're building up credit, and that is the price you pay to build up your credit. Now, she's saying, yes, it might be hefty for some people, but as you go up in credit, that interest rate goes down, 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 down. Now, how much is my loan? 4%. What did they secure it with? My money. That was the security for the loan. So literally, they lent me my money. Literally. Well, it's double my money, but they lent me my money basically. And as I pay off the loan, it will release the same amount paid off in my actual money in my accounts. You see what I'm saying? So I took out a loan for $10,000. I have $10,000 in the bank. That $10,000 is frozen. And as I make payments, let's say I pay $200 a month. As I make $200, then it will, instead of $10,000 being frozen in the bank account, it'll go down, 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 down. Let's say I pay off $1,000, $1,000 will be released. And that's how it goes, right? I don't need the money. That's what's really crazy about all of this. I don't need the money. I don't even want the money. I have nothing that I could be spending on, because what I want, anytime that I spend money, I like to make money off of the money that I spend. And that's an attitude that you need to get, especially black people. None of this buying tennis shoes, buying the latest phone, buying the latest jeans, buying the latest Nike gear, the latest Adidas gear, buying fashion stuff, or buying a car that you're not going to be using to drive Uber or anything like that. For me, I get so sick when I spend money that does not make me money. So this $3,000, $5,000, $10,000, what am I going to do with it? I'm literally racking my brain to figure out what can I do with the loan that would have the best impact. I'm not going to invest in the stock market. That's a gamble. Now, when I do my video series that the patrons on Patreon are going to watch, that's going to be something completely different. What I'm actually trying to do is get funded for that. I'm going to actually ask a lot of the online websites who do that to sponsor me, so that it'll be a completely sponsored venture. It's not going to be my own money. Clue phone, never use your own money for investment purposes or anything really in business. And this is just a business venture. But the payments, continuous payments will build your credit. Why? Because it says to outside people who don't even know you, who take a look at your credit, oh, this guy is trustworthy. And that's all credit means. He's not late. He's never late. He never goes into arrears. He never generates fees or anything like that. And so literally they'll start throwing money at you. Do you get credit cards in the mail? Have you purchased something, maybe a car or something like that, and you start making payments? After a while, those payments, I don't know about a car though, I don't know, but a house for sure. I believe a house for sure will up your credit score. But anyway, I just wanted to impart that information to you. Now, I recommend everybody go to a credit union, get away from these banks. Credit union does the same exact thing, except it doesn't have a whole lot of fees. You are actually part owner of the credit union. You are a member of the credit union. You're not a customer to be fleeced. Now, if you do something wrong, they will charge you for it. But for the most part, if you do everything correctly, you will actually make money at a credit union versus a bank. Banks are now trying to charge you for having a banking account, charge you for having checking and savings accounts, charge you. Isn't that ridiculous? That's the way it's going now. So definitely go to a credit union and definitely look into secured credit cards, secured loans. If you do not have credit, you need to build it up, because there are things that you're going to want when you get older, or if you don't know anything about credit, this is a way to learn about it. You want to build credit. Now, I'm not trying to poop on the people who are doomsday people, but I am a practical person. I live in the here and now. I don't live in the what if everything collapses tomorrow. Because even here's the reality of the situation. Technically speaking, the United States has already collapsed, and it has been collapsed. We are living in a completely collapsed economy, a completely collapsed political system. We're already in it. There is no doomsday from here. We're already in it. And the way they've structured it is it can keep collapsing and go even further. But for the most part, the general population will be unaffected to a degree. So we're not going to run out of food. We're not going to run out of water. We're not going to run out of electricity. For the most part, the general population will be unaffected by that. But we are already in a collapsed economy. And Obama has further pushed us down. This is why I don't understand the people who support Obama. You don't even understand. You have no economic education. You have no financial education, and you're supporting this man, and he has literally destroyed what little economy we had left. He took whatever happened under George Bush, and let me tell you right now, what happened under George Bush 2 was already happening, was already in the works. It had nothing to do with George Bush. But now Obama took what happened under George Bush and just magnified it tenfold. We're already collapsed. But still, we have credit. Still, we have money. I'm not going to get into this, it's not real money. It's not real credit. Okay. Practical people, listen to me. This is a way to do it. Take out your secured credit cards. Take out your secured loans. Charge a little bit. Don't go crazy. It's not free money. My roommate thinks everything's free money. Oh, they gave me credit. It's not free money. You have to be very, very strict with it. If you get a secured credit card, understand everything about it. No fees, no annual fees on any of that stuff. Never get fees on stuff that they are charging you to have money, literally. And that is not something that you want to buy into. This is getting too long. Thank you for watching the Shakaama Show.